Hi, everybody. We're back. Don Clark with Tina Miller, my sidekick here. We're having a good time here with Phil Rudnick. You know, Phil, the Rudnick, for all of those you out there, the Rudnick name here in Kern County. Kern County is about as big as all of the New England states put together. They own thousands and thousands of mountain ranch acres here in Kern County, and you've made some use of that, Phil. Tell us about this.
Oh, Don, you, first of all, I want to give credit to my parents for whatever our family has achieved. They raised 11 children. Both of them came as immigrants from oppression in Europe, and with no education, actually became one of the largest landowners in the 11 western states. And he had so much going that as children, we all started working, whether it be sheep herders or cowboys, when we were like 5, 7. By 9 years old, I became his chauffeur. And I can't hardly believe it today, looking at a 9-year-old.
Driving pickups and trucks and what?
Anyhow, the family's assets have mostly been liquidated, except for a couple of parcels that I personally own up in the Kelso Valley. And that is a different business that we really haven't spent much time on.
Tell us about it.
Well, that's called Jawbone Wind Energy. And it's a section of ground over 600 acres that we're now in the process of getting ready to develop a wind farm. We've been held up by litigation for the last 3 years, and hopefully within the next year or two we'll be able to get that off the ground and also help contribute to this climate change that we're all experiencing. You know, the other thing that I want to be sure that that we don't overlook is this wonderful 5-acre estate that we call Nature's Cathedral. Nature's Cathedral is located at 7,200 feet east of Porterville. If people know where Camp Nelson is, it's further up the mountain. It's at the very top.
We have a beautiful picture of it right here on the screen,
Oh,
Phil.
look at this.
Yes.
Oh, okay, you've got the house.
Yes, he's got
and
a few more slides
and
of
the
it.
deck.
Oh, the deck is beautiful. There's a bedroom.
Right, okay.
And there's a group of guests.
Okay, well, one of the things that we've owned the property for about the last 7 years, and because of our own challenges at home, Mrs. Rudnick has an Alzheimer's diagnosis, and so we don't get up there that often. And consequently, we've turned that into a public use, like for a retreats, for weddings, for bed and breakfast. We have a wonderful, wonderful woman up there, Sandy Price. And Sandy is a certified massage therapist. She has her own massage studio up there. She's a certified food handler. She does all the cooking. She takes care of all the people that come up. We have hot tubs both in and outside. We have what we call the volcano fire pit, which is quite a beautiful sight in itself. And we have a Finlandia sauna that we put in. So
How many people can the facility handle at one time, Phil?
that our facility itself can handle about 14 people. However, because of the availability of other cabins up in the area, we've made arrangements where we can actually handle 40 or 50 people up there and take care of them all at our main place, even though they may be staying at other cabins. So,
Since I'm on a budget, I have to ask, what's an overnight stay cost there?
you know, it depends on how many people and such as
But
that.
just for a couple, if you...
If you take a couple, it's $375 a night. And
Okay.
usually it's a minimum of 2 nights.
Okay.
But that's with your food, that's with your everything.
Oh, all that's included.
Everything is included. You don't have to bring linens. You don't have to clean up after yourself. Just
Oh.
come up and have quality time and enjoy the most beautiful sight
Ah.
at about 6:30, depending on the year. between 6:30 and 7 o'clock in the morning, the world is literally born off of our deck as the sun comes over the mountain and lights up the entire sequoia forest in front of you. Absolutely a sight to see, especially with a cup of hot coffee in your hand.
Phil, you are not only an entrepreneur extraordinaire, but you are a romantic.
Well, I'm thankful for that. People call me too practical.
Phil, tell us more. Are you finished with the cathedral? Yes. Let's hear about the silver then.
Okay. Well, first of all,
My apologies. Let me show the Nature's Cathedral at 57862 Fox Drive in Ponderosa, California. Zip code 93265, and the website is naturescathedral.net.
I really should also tell you the phone number up there.
Okay.
It's area code 559-542-2629.
Okay.
Well, Phil, we've got viewers all over
Thank you.
California,
Yes.
so there may be many that want to experience what you've created up there. It sounds absolutely fabulous.
One of the
Yes.
things that we are working on is a program where we say, have your wedding, invite 1,000 of your closest friends, and pay for only 30. Ha! How do we do that?
Yes.
It's called live streaming, just like you people do. And we take and live stream the wedding,
Oh.
and people all over the world, whoever is your virtual guest, is right there at the wedding.
Oh,
It's
what
a
a
great
wonderful idea.
concept.
Absolutely excellent. Now, Phil, I see the little flashing light on your hat.
I knew that would get you, Tina. I
yes,
knew it.
Yes, and plus we had a viewer to ask about that. So
Okay.
what is this?
Okay, here it is. I have to tell you, at 82 years old, you're never too old to experience new things. And I have a friend who puts on rave concerts. They just put one on back in June in Las Vegas with 400,000 people that came to this concert.
Really?
And we were his guest. And I want to tell you that it was an amazing experience, not something that I would go to again, I have to confess. But I think I belong in the Guinness Book of World Records for two reasons. One, I think I was the oldest guy that was at that festival.
Okay.
And the second reason is because I went to sleep in the midst of all that raucous and all that music. So on those two grounds, if Guinness is watching this, invite me to be on your list.
When you're 82 years old at a rock show, you have the privilege
Yes.
of going to sleep.
Yes.
Did you leap backwards into the arms of the waiting crowd there? Anything like that?
You know, I have to tell you something. I was so happy to get out of there in one piece. I wasn't doing anything. That was it. Just to get out and get back to the hotel.
Oh, wow.
We had to ride the helicopter to go in and out because of so much traffic.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see this.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay.
Hold it up a little high. Kind of hold it up right by
Yes,
the mic.
there we
Okay,
are.
go ahead.
Okay,
Tell
well,
us
here-
what this is all about.
Okay, well, this is one of our custom buckles from our company, Fleming Silver. This is a company that was started by Dick Fleming back in 1945. Dick was a businessman in Bakersfield for many years, operated the saddlery, which was down on North Chester, if you remember that. Anyhow, we have had, and also today, some very, very experienced and demanding people in the cattle industry, and particularly the cowboys. And they are only interested in authentic gear, the early Californio, the Vaquero gear.
Right.
And that's what they use here in California. When somebody says they have their 40 years gathering, which is a phrase you may not have heard, what it really means is they have their whole worldly possessions. They have their bedroll, their saddle, their
okay.
bridle, their spurs, their chaps. Okay, that's their 40 years gathering. That's about all cowboys ever expected to have in those early days. Okay, hand-engraved silver, braided braided Rommel reins, such as these,
Okay.
silver bits, handmade with copper inlays, spurs,
Ooh.
all handmade, all inlaid with fine silver.
That's a-
These are products that were made 100, 200, 300 years ago. They came from the Moors in Spain. And Dick Fleming, to his great credit, went down to Mexico, found families that knew how to do this craftsman. They were still doing it. Set up schools to help train the young kids. And we've had third generation craftsmen working that build our products down in various parts of Mexico. The only handcrafted, hand engraved silver at a reasonable price. And we do it on the internet now. It's all on the internet, FlemingSilver.com.
Okay.
And we're just trying to carry on Dick's legacy. I acquired the company in 1978, and we've operated it since that time.
This is a beautiful. Is this called a bolero? on your
that you're
neck?
wearing?
Yes, what they refer to this as a bolo tie.
Bolo tie. Yes.
Okay.
Gives you, and these little things here
Oh.
are collar tips. And this is when you kind of cross over to get to be more of a rhinestone cowboy when you start wearing this. Now, one of the things that I am proud of, when you want me to tell you,
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. Finish that, and then we need to go to a break, Phil.
right? One of the
Yes.
things I'm proud of is this silver heart,
Okay.
and the silver heart demonstrates from myself and my family that anything that we do, whether it's run a bus company, a silver company, a retreat in the mountains, whatever it is, a wind farm, we do it with heart. We have heart, and that's kind of what motivates us. The numbers have to work, but if we don't have the heart in this object, in the subject, we don't do it.
Phil, you're an extraordinary fellow, a marvelous businessman, and you've made a fantastic guest. We're honored to have you with us.
Yes.
We're so proud of what you're doing in our community and here in California and around the world through your website. So God bless, and thanks for being with us.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I want to thank both of you, and of course, Don. I've been an admirer of yours for many years, and I hope to for many more.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you so much for being with us. And there's so much more. We'd have to have him on another time to hear about it. So we're going to break, and we'll see you after the break.